What up, everybody? It's your boy Adrian, and I'm back. Now, you see what hat I'm rocking with, and you know what's about to happen. It is coming that time again. Yes, NFL is coming back. College football is coming back. But here today, I'm here to discuss my Michigan Wolverines, baby. It is that time again. The season is approaching us. Next Friday, August 2nd, fall camp finally kicks off. Another season is about to be on the books, and we're seeing it coming. Now, my theme for this year, for this team and this program, Jim Harbaugh is going into his 5th season. Now, my motto that I'm feeling like this year, enough is enough. Now, first thing Michigan did in the offseason was bring in Josh Gaddis, offensive coordinator from Alabama. Now, he's here. He's supposed to run an RPO, up-tempo offense. Now, the question is, like we've been talking about throughout this offseason, is will Jim Harbaugh let him run his offense, and will the offense look vastly different from the last few years that we've seen? Now, we have the talent all over the field. Let's start off with the strengths. Our strengths, for sure, are the wide receiving core. You got Nico Collins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Tariq Black. As long as he can stay healthy, even Ronnie Bell, who's a sleeper. Now, Shea Patterson will be leading this offense in the senior season, but Harbaugh did say he's going to try to get McCaffrey in there. I know he's recovered from that broken collarbone, but this is going to be very interesting to see. They still have Joe Milton. They got K. McNamara, the freshman, coming in from Nevada. But it's Shea Patterson and Dylan McCaffrey's offense to run, and can they spread the ball out and can they get it going? Now, I'm impressed with this offensive line. They got back some nice players. They got Cesar Ruiz. They got Runyon. They got Bredson. They got Jalen Mayfield and Andrew Stuber are going to be the two guys to watch out for on the offensive line. That's going to be in the tackle positions. They also got Michael Onwenu, senior season coming up. I actually watched him play the high school. He's a great high school player, by the way. But those are definitely the strengths of the offense. And now, defensively wise, they got some strengths too. Aiden Hutchinson is going into another year. We got Quiddy Pay. You got Michael Dornford. You got Khalil Hudson. You got Lavert Hill. Ambry Thomas. He's supposed to start camp, banged up a little bit. So we're going to see how that goes. And now we're going to be watching for some of the other corner spots. We got Vincent Gray, who everybody's, counting on safety spots. You got Josh Metellus, who I think is going to have a phenomenal senior season. Jamerick Woods, who everybody's got to watch out for. And we're waiting on the freshman Daxton Hill, who, he committed and decommitted, then we got him back. So, I'm happy. 5-star guy, one of the top high school players in the nation. Now, I'm going to guess they're going to play him at safety. Probably a lot of slot corner, maybe some nickel dime, some packages. Just get him on the field, get him explosive. Let's go. So, with that being said, we got to see what happens with those. In the biggest position that I'm concerned about is that of the running back position. Christian Turner's going into his sophomore year, but he didn't look so great in the bowl game against Florida. We got a stud, supposed to be freshman, Zach Charbonnet, who I was impressed with in high school. 6'1", about 220, 222. See what he's going to do. Then we also got True Wilson. I'm not really too high on True Wilson. I know he's a former walk-on, but the running back room was a little shaky for me, and we got a lot to prove there. But the offense has to be innovative and it has to be explosive because we have the players to make these plays. Now it needs to be done on the field. Can he take full reign and supreme control over? Only time will tell. That is one thing that's working in their favor. So Harbaugh's gotta give that up. He's gotta let Gaddis do his thing because when he was at Alabama, he let Tua rip the thing with Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, and the cast and crew. But we'll see. Only time will tell. So I'm not going to get too hype about it. I got to see it to believe it finally because I've been hearing this year after year after year. Got to stop looking like it's 2001, 2002, and 2003. Let's see. Another thing that's falling into their hands is the fact, indeed, of this schedule. Now, first and foremost, let's start off by saying this. Jim Harbaugh is going into his 5th season. Like I said, he's 38-14 in these years. 1-3 in the bowl games. And 0-4 against Ohio State. Now, what I need to tell you, now at Big Ten Media Days last week, Harbaugh did say a truthful statement, which I don't feel like he needed to talk about. I appreciate him being honest, was the fact, I'm going to quote this, so I want to read it properly. Urban Meyer had a winning record, really phenomenal record everywhere he's been, but also controversy follows him everywhere he's been. Now, that's a very true statement. Urban Meyer does do that, but with that being said, you don't even need to worry about Urban Meyer. You don't need to even be worrying about the Ohio State program. What you need to be doing is being focused on beating them on the field. Recruiting-wise, we do a phenomenal job, but the results and the production has to be seen on the field. Once again, and I will continue to say it, and I love this program and I love this football team, and I've been loving them since I was a kid, but things have to change. Like I said, my theme that I've been talking about is enough is enough. Now, I wrote down 6 games that are crucial to their season and will define their season. Now, what I seen earlier was ESPN Football Power Index had Michigan 48.2% chance of winning the Big Ten. Now, in my opinion, that is too high. You cannot basically give them the favorites to win the conference when Ohio State has done nothing but dominate the conference. Penn State even won it before us. Harbaugh has no conference titles, no conference title game appearances, anything, nothing of any value or remnants to support those facts. So that needs to be backed up on the field going into your 5th year. You know what I'm saying? James Franklin's been able to turn Penn State around. Harbaugh, come on, man. Mark D'Antonio's dominate you as well, too. It has to be done on the field. Now let's start. One of the games I circled September 21st at Wisconsin, which I feel like is a winnable game. You know, they got a stud running back in Jonathan Taylor who will be into the NFL, and they got some shaky quarterback up there. They got a freshman quarterback coming in who's supposed to be good. This is a road game, but this is a game you must win. Next game I got on there, October 5th against Iowa. Now, we all know what happened last time when they played Iowa. Iowa City lost, cost them a chance to get to the Big Ten championship and play in the college football playoff. We all know how that game goes. Even had a friend of mine punch a hole in the wall, just emotional. Couldn't win a big game when it matters, when there's a lot on the line. But this is a home game, and typically anytime Iowa comes to Ann Arbor, Michigan usually pulls a W out, but this is an important game. They got Nate Stanley back. They got a cast and crew they got one of the best offensive lines in the country as well. Running back plays solid. Iowa's always solid, and they will come to play. Then we got October 19th. This is at Penn State. So these first 2 out of 3 games are road games, but these are winnable games. At Penn State. Now, Penn State lost Tommy Stevens. I don't know who's going to be their starting quarterback. Yeah, a lot toss-up. I'm not a huge James Franklin fan, but he has done a great job with the program. This is a must-win game, in my opinion. Now, the rest of these games are all home games. You have October 26th against Notre Dame. Now, last year, Michigan, everybody thought they were going to go on the road to against the Fighting Irish and win. That didn't go so well. Ian Book wasn't the quarterback at the time. It was Brandon Wimbush, and UC terrible. I think Notre Dame's going to take a step back as they did make the college football playoff last year. But this is a must-win game for a Notre Dame team who I believe will be down. Now, next is they're playing Michigan State November 16th. And this is a game that's been pushed back a little later than typically, as they usually play them in the last week in October. But, hey, typically this rivalry has been crazy. As we've seen what happened last year with the thrashing of the field, and Michigan State was ravaged by injuries last year. Lewerke was hurt. You know, they lost Phil Davis against us. But this is a game you must win. Still can't forget trouble with the snap, but you have to beat your in-state rival. This is a real rivalry, like I said, once again. Has to be a W on the column. Now, November 30th, as we all know, the Ohio State comes to Ann Arbor. It's 13 of the last 14. Just domination after domination. And after that embarrassing 62-39 loss last year, which I'm still haven't been able to get over. Those demons are still haunting me and most of the Michigan fans against the world. And I got to hear it from a lot of Ohio State fans. But this has to be a must-win. Now, I was surprised as much as anybody for the fact that Justin Fields was able to leave a great program in Georgia and transfer to a great program in Ohio State, results on the field, and become eligible immediately. I didn't like it, but hey. Can he show he's talented? He was the number 1 quarterback coming out of his class in 2018. But Michigan typically struggled with running quarterbacks, athletic quarterbacks. Now we're going to see, because we got to see the results on the field with Justin Fields. But Ohio State is just as talented as anybody. Returning J.K. Dobbins, still got K.J. Hill, still got a stud defense. They're going to be ready to play when you have to win this game. You cannot go 0-5, especially against a first-time coach in Ryan Day. This is probably one of the most important games this year. And as we all know, around after Thanksgiving time, this game will be talked about. And we'll see where Michigan's at. Now, their projected over or under is 10.5. Right now, I got them at 10 wins, just as usual. because out of these 6 games, I see them going 4-2 at least. And if they can prove me wrong, I'll be happy. But enough is enough. Like I said, I need to see the results on the field, and I will not give my hopes up. But I love this program, but I got to see Harbaugh get the job done, and this program step up. I love the blue. They got to get it done. They got to go after it, man. So Harbaugh needs to coach. I need to see results this year. Enough is enough. Go get this win. Try to win. Get the Indy first and foremost. Win the Big Ten title. Then we can talk about the college football playoff. But for all the Michigan fans who are delusional, results have to be on the field. Don't say we're going to go undefeated, because I'm not believing that until I see it. But they have a good chance as if they had in his first 4 years. Schedule set up perfectly. A lot of good home games. Roster set. Quarterback experience. Let's open this offense up. Let's let the defense play. They'll come along. We got some talent. We got some depth along that. Levert Hill, stud too as well. So let's see what we can do, baby. I'm ready. We're about a week and a half away, but I had to give you my preview, my predictions for this season up and coming, baby. Hey, nothing else I can say but go blue. I love y'all. Let's see what the season holds, and I'm optimistic. But hey, like I said, enough is enough. Let's see the results where they may lay. And hey, I'll be back talking about more Michigan football. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's my season preview. It's your boy Adrian. And remember to chase those dreams. Don't give up on anything you decide to do, and let's get it. It's your boy. Have a great night. I'm out.